Welcome back, Bob Pompeani. Paul Zeise with you right here on the Sports Call. We have some tweets. Meredith Leonard, one of our favorite. She says, I like college overtime rules. Would like to have seen Brady versus Mahomes. Cal Hammer 1 says, how are the Steelers going to trade AB when there is no one out there beating down their door to get him? You wouldn't think that there are one or two or three teams that would love to do that.
No, it takes one team, right?
All it takes, I think there could be a bidding war. I don't think you'll see it now. Technically, you're not allowed to do anything, or at least show indication that you're doing anything, because who knows what goes on behind the scenes. But, Paul, are you telling me there are teams out there that wouldn't think one Antonio Brown could make them a legit contender? I think there are a lot of them.
I think if anybody offers you a second rounder or better, you take it, no matter what it is.
I disagree with that, too. I want first round or player,
I want
current
a first
player.
round, too, but to me, if the best you can do is a second rounder, I say get rid of him.
Tom in Franklin Park, you're up on a sports call presented by Ireland Contracting. What's up?
Yeah, hi, Bob. Hi, Paul.
Hi.
This is a next week topic. After an irritating Steelers season, I would love to hear that Alan Faneca made the Hall of Fame next week. And I don't have the list in front of me. I know Ed Reed's on there. And
they have
Tony
two other
Gonzalez,
offensive linemen. Two other offensive linemen. You know, that's the thing. You have Steve Hutchison and who else? Tony Baselli. You know, and I don't know that they're going to put more than one offensive lineman in that group. I think all three deserve it. But hopefully that'll be the right conclusion for you and for everyone else here. Paul, what's your take on that? Because I think all those guys are Hall of Fame worthy, but
yeah, I got to look at who the other people are on the list. I know that,
there are a lot of talented guys on that list.
This is a year where there's a number of talented guys, but if you're only going to put one in, how do you not put Boselli in first?
Yeah, I think they're all good enough to.
That's what I mean. But if you're not, if you're not going to put in, if you're going to put in one offensive lineman and not all three, I think Vaselli's got to be, don't you?
Well, I think that, like I said, they're all good. It just depends on how they are sold in that meeting. That Ed Bouchette's got to have to go in there.
Ed Bouchette in there, he'll push.
He'll
push.
And he has a lot of good ammunition. Let's go to Tim and Jeanette. Hey, Tim, you're on the Sports Call.
Hey, Bob, how you doing?
What's up?
Hey, I'm with you on the overtime rule. I think everybody should get the ball. But, I mean, I just like the Patriots as much as anybody, but I think if Kansas City had won the coin toss and had gone down the field and scored, nobody would be even talking about this.
You're probably right, although I've said this for the last couple of years. I just want to see the system change. But, hey, that's the way that goes. Thanks for the call. Let's go out. We'll squeeze in line 5. That's Alex in Indiana. Alex, you're on the Sports Call on the Borders and Borders hotline.
Yeah, hi, Bob. Thanks for taking my call. I'd like to get in on the fact that everybody wants to think that Tom Brady is the GOAT. Well, if all the rules haven't been changed to where the illegal contact and roughing the passer and unnecessary roughness and pass penalties downfield gives them more opportunities. And
so you don't think so?
I think his career was probably extended by 5 to 8 years anyway.
Well, why don't we see more 41-year-olds in the league then doing what he's doing?
Well, if the rules wouldn't have been changed, I don't believe he would have been in the league yet for 41 years.
All right. Paul, what do you say?
He would have been finished like 5 to 8 years ago.
Okay.
I think that's hogwash.
So do I.
I think what people really underestimate with him is the mental part of the game.
Oh,
he's got defenses in his hand. He knows what you're doing before you know what you're doing.
And even before Tony Romo knows what he's doing.
And here's the other thing, too, that I think people use it as a negative, that he's a quote-unquote system guy that just dinks and dunks. You know what? He plays smart. He plays the way he just plays to win. Whatever you're going to give him, he'd take. If it's a 6-yard pass, a 10-yard pass, a 3-yard pass, a handoff, whatever you're going to take, whatever you're going to give him, he takes. That's called playing winning football.
And he's deadly on those slant patterns, and they're not 6-yard passes.
Right.
They're down the field by 12 to 15 yards. He puts it right on the money. Last week, 3rd down and 10, 3 different times in that last drive, right on the money. We got to take a break here. We'll do that, come back with more. It's the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call, Pittsburgh CW.